Hey there, in this video I'll share with you my 5+1 top tech picks for 2020. Welcome to DidgieTech. It's great to do these videos so that at the end of the year or in January next year, 2021, you can take a look at it and see how good your predictions were. I wanted to wait until after CES 2020 this year because there's usually something that crops up that catches my eye. I remember a few years back there was a big buzz around VR, and at the time I thought to myself, it's just not ready for the mainstream. It's too big, it's too cumbersome, it's too uncomfortable, and just not quite there just yet. So pick number 1 is MicroLED, bezel-free 4K and 8K TVs. OLED is still the standard by which TVs are measured today. The picture quality on an OLED TV is outstanding. The blacks are absolute blacks because the pixel is essentially switched off. So it's really the benchmark. However, OLED does suffer some issues, especially around things like burning. And if you don't know what I mean by burning, take a look at my video, PUBG Killed My OLED TV. So whilst organisations like LG are making the screens smaller and more affordable, OLED will suffer the same issues of burning that it suffered before. Okay, it's getting better, but it's not the same as an LED or an LCD in terms of its ability to resist that burning. So MicroLED is essentially an LED. So it's a technology that's been around for many years. And with that age and maturity comes a level of resistance to fault and error, as you would expect from something that's been around that long. And so the way it works is every single pixel inside the MicroLED TV is an LED that produces both the color and the light for that pixel. Unlike an LCD LED TV of today that has an LCD layer that produces the color and an LED layer behind it of far fewer light sources which produces the light that goes through that color, and therefore you get things like a halo effect on LCD LED TVs. And MicroLED essentially does the same thing as an OLED by producing both the color and the light, but with all of the maturity of the technology that comes with an LED that has been around, well, forever. I think because of the maturity of the LED technology and the fact that over time they'll again become even cheaper to make because again they've been around a long time, that will ultimately, I feel, overtake OLED, mainly because of its resistance to burn-in and its overall reliability, but also because it will be able to match a similar level of TV quality as an OLED does today. Moving to pick number 2, and that's 5G. So there has been a buzz about 5G, and there are organisations today starting to roll it out in the UK and across Europe. I think 5G will be a game changer, and I think that this year, 2020, is the year where we'll really start to see it pick up pace. I reckon every single mid-ranged and top-end phone that's produced over 2020 and released over 2020 will incorporate 5G. And as we go into 2021, you'll see the lower-end phones incorporating it too. And the speed of data transfer that can be achieved with 5G is just a next-level thing. It will mean that you'll be able to download movies, you'll be able to transmit videos, you'll be able to do all the things that are data-hungry on a mobile phone and any device that you carry around in your pocket and in autonomous cars and all the other things that move at a level we've never seen before. I think it's a real game changer. So watch out for 5G through 2020. Pick number 3 is high-end gaming consoles. So the consoles like the Xbox Series X and the PS5 that are due out this year are on another level. The processing power and the graphics processing power that these things have is on par with a gaming PC of today. And so what that means is for most households that don't want to have a gaming PC and a games console and a media center can just go out and buy one device and it will do everything that you would expect from a good mid to high level device in those 3 categories as of today. So I think next level gaming consoles are going to do what PCs and media centers used to do in the home with the same level of gaming quality that your kids and people like me are going to want to have too. My pick for number 4 is folding devices. So folding screens had a bit of a bad start to their release, though the Galaxy folding phone suffered a whole bunch of issues. But you know what? I wasn't actually that surprised. Any organisations that's willing to bring a new technology like that to market is going to experience some problems. It's a shame that it gives the whole folding technology thing a bad name, but actually what that really did was it got it out there, it got it in mass production, and it really highlighted the issues. And I think that 2020 is going to be the year that we see folding phones like the Razr, for example, flip phone, like the old Razr flip phone, but with a folding screen, and other laptops with a folding screen and tablets with a folding screen. I think you're going to see those really come to the fore in 2020. My number 5 pick might surprise you. It's a smartphone. So, okay, smartphones have been out forever and you wouldn't necessarily call them new technology. However, I would argue that not only is a smartphone the most prolific tech we hold in our hands today, everybody's got one, but they keep just getting better every single year. Take a look at something like the OnePlus One concept in conjunction with McLaren. It's really just another phone. However, it introduces some marginal or new technologies that just make it that little bit better. So for example, the camera array is hidden behind a piece of glass that changes color. So in simple terms, when you're not using the camera array, the glass is black, you can't see the cameras, the phone looks great. And when you are using the cameras, that glass becomes clear and you can use those cameras. So that has another effect in as much as if you're in bright light and you want to put some sunglasses on your camera or a filter, for example, then you can change the color of that glass and it's a filter for those cameras. Another thing it has is a pop-up selfie camera. So when you're looking at the screen and you want to take a selfie, a little camera pops up, takes the picture, pops back down, and that means you don't need a camera on the front of the phone, so you get the full front screen effect. You don't have to have a notch like we do on iPhones, for example, for all the cameras and all the other bits and pieces. That can all be hidden away. And something else that's happening with smartphones is the speed of refresh rate on the screens. So 90 Hertz is getting more and more common these days, and I think that we'll see faster refresh rates on screens, and we are seeing it on some of the gaming phones, but I think that will become more prolific too. And that means you just get a much better screen experience, you get much smoother graphics, it's just better. And finally, as I alluded to at the beginning of the video, my plus one. This is a little bit more personal to me. My plus one pick is Tesla hardware version 3. So anybody who's ordered a Tesla through the end of Q3 and 4 of last year has most likely got hardware 3 already. So the Model 3s, for example, will all come with hardware version 3 on. However, for people that have had a Tesla a little longer, for me, for example, I have version 2.5, there's a whole bunch of things my car can't do that hardware version 3 cars can do. In basic terms, hardware 3 is 20 times more powerful than hardware 2.5. So what that means is the hardware 3 computer can process images faster, it can make decisions faster, and it can just do more. So the hardware 3 cars now will show things like road cones, bins at the side of the road, stop signs, traffic lights, and full self-driving feature complete requires hardware 3. And so that means with hardware 3, we'll start to see things like much better town driving, much better recognition of junctions, for example, really just all the things that are leading us closer and closer to autonomous cars. And if you look at something like CES, they're still going on about autonomous cars. It's still a huge technology development that we are all dying to see. I really want hardware 3 so I can start to see the benefits of all that powerful technology in my 2-year-old Tesla. So that's it, short and sweet. They're my top 5 tech picks for 2020 with my plus one, which fair enough is all about me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, and don't forget to comment as you often do. I really appreciate all your feedback. Take care.